Hi everyone. I know that I don't usually start my videos like this, but I have some pretty serious news I'd like to share with you all. I don't know if you've heard, but a very famous Italian chef died last night. Out of nowhere, he just passed away. You know, and the doctors, they tried to help him, but they said that they can only do so much. I guess you could say that now he's just a pizza history. I'm just joshing with you guys. Thank you so much for coming back to Gina's Food Court. Today, the Italian Jersey girl in me is so excited to teach you how to make my family recipe for homemade lasagna. So throw your hair up and grab an apron because class is now in session, baby. We're gonna need 1 chopped onion, 3 cloves of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley, half a teaspoon of chopped basil, 1 large egg. Well, actually, I used an extra large egg, but even if you only have like a medium-sized egg, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, I think it'll still get the job done. Just like grab an egg. You know what I mean? 15 ounces of ricotta cheese, 1 pound of ground beef, 2 teaspoons of salt, 16 ounces of tomato paste, 8 lasagna noodles, half a pound of mozzarella cheese, and 1 1/3 cups of water. I'm also going to make some garlic bread to go with the lasagna. So for that, you're going to need 1 stick of butter, 1 tablespoon of chopped basil, 3 cloves of minced garlic, 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1/4 of a pound of mozzarella cheese. I already took the mozzarella out of the packaging by accident, so we're going to pretend there's a transition here. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and that's about it. Oh wait, you might also want to get some bread. Let's start by making our meat sauce because I said so, all right? Like it's always with the questions with you. You can't ever just let me. Go ahead and heat up some oil in a large pan. Add in your ground beef and cook for 10 minutes, occasionally stirring until it's nice and brown. Throw in your onion and garlic and cook for another 5 minutes. Now we're going to carefully drain the fat from the pan. Luckily, I wasn't recording when I nearly dumped half of the ground beef all over the goddamn countertop. You hate to see it. Now lower the heat and add in your tomato paste, water, basil, and salt. Cook for another 10 minutes while stirring. Put that bad boy off to the side and let's start making our cheese mixture. Grate your mozzarella in a large bowl and add in your ricotta, parsley, and egg. If you'd rather use cottage cheese instead of ricotta, then get the hell out of my kitchen and so help me God. Yes, that is a vacuum cleaner. I couldn't find a baseball bat. Please note, Gina's Food Court does not promote violence and would advise its viewers not to try this at home. But if you do, I would empty the container of cottage cheese before you hit it with the vacuum cleaner, because things got a little messy. Now it's time to start cooking our lasagna noodles. The biggest misconception when making lasagna is to cook the noodles until they are al dente, which is an Italian phrase that translates to the tooth, meaning it is tender yet firm to the bite. Al dente is typically considered ideal for pasta. However, in a dish like lasagna, the pasta is cooked a second time in the oven, so we only want to boil it until it is molto al dente. Not to be confused with el nacho libre, which is something just totally different. Molto al dente translates to very al dente. This should only take about 6 minutes and your noodles should still be crunchy. Now let's start assembling our lasagna. Grab an 11 by 7 inch pan and add a little sauce to the bottom so the noodles don't stick. Now layer your noodles, sauce, cheese, and repeat. Now bake your lasagna at 350 for 30 minutes. During that time, you can do some Italian things. You could practice talking with your hands, or teasing your hair just a little bit too much, or maybe you could make yourself a cappuccino. Not to be confused with Al Pacino, who is also Italian, but again, just like a totally different thing. Once the time is up, I'm going to take the pan out of the oven with my bare hands and let it cool off. In the meantime, we can whip up our garlic bread. Alright guys, I have a confession to make. This actually isn't Italian bread, it's French bread. Not that there's an excuse, but the store was all out of Italian bread, and I guess I thought maybe no one would notice, and maybe you wouldn't have if I hadn't explicitly pointed it out. I mean, baguette? More like regret. But I guess we'll just have to power on. Go ahead and combine your butter, garlic powder, minced garlic, basil, and Parmesan cheese. Now we can go ahead and cut our bread in half. I could only fit half of the baguette in one pan since the French have no idea how to make bread that's an appropriate length. Now lightly brush your bread with olive oil, spread on the garlic mixture, and sprinkle the top with mozzarella cheese. Bake your bread at 400 degrees for 10 minutes or until the cheese starts to brown. So what's an Italian thing that we can do for 10 minutes? Well, I'm glad you asked. Italians have coined the term dolce far niente, which translates to the sweetness of doing nothing, meant to cleanse the mind and provide an opportunity for reflection. So that's what we're gonna do. Absolutely nothing. For 10 minutes. Just sit here, relax, and do nothing. No dancing, just nothing. Nothing at all. This is great, really. There's just so much reflection that... Oh, thank God that's over. Now we can finally cut up our bread and our lasagna. As you can see here, my lasagna looks like it's been cut by a blind animal. And that, my friends, is how you make lasagna, or as I like to call it, spaghetti-flavored cake. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of Gina's Food Court. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a recipe. Also, if you have any suggestions on what you'd like me to make next, please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'll see you next Thursday, but until then, pasta la vista!